Really, really tough conditions out there, and unfortunately not much is going to change for the crews. We have a big high pressure here. You can see the storms kind of going up and over this into the plains, and we will have weather throughout the northern tier as well, with little systems that will be coming on through. There's your lightning, there's your rain. There's not a lot of it to start off the day, but we'll get a little more as we head into the afternoon. It's not looking like some huge severe weather outbreak, but just enough moisture will be up there and just enough energy is going to pop things off for us. So look at our storms continue into our Saturday. There's your moisture, and we know it has been plenty hot. And what does warm air do? Rises. Did you all say that at home? You always wonder, like, if what people are saying at home, if they're like joining in or not. Kind of like when you're watching Wheel of Fortune or any of those game shows and you're like yelling at the TV, you know? Upper air disturbances as we head tomorrow through Monday will continue to swing through that northern tier for us, and that means we'll stay unsettled from Montana all the way over into Wisconsin. As a matter of fact, it is kind of on and off. It will breeze through. We really have a nice Saturday around the Great Lakes, but then the showers come in for us, and then we're all going to be moving eastbound here. Sunday into Monday, you can see it's just kind of on and off as we go through the day, and it's more of the same really through the start of the week. So watch for those stronger thunderstorms here from the plains all the way over into Michigan into our Monday, and we'll see light rain. This isn't going to be a huge, gully washer, Felicia.
There are a lot of people saying "Yay" at the TV. That is not going to wash out your weekend. I'm here for support. Well, still ahead on America's
see the heat and lack of rain in the west, and that means it's going to make matters worse. We have the Lake Fire there into California, and then we also have the Lockette Fire in Arizona. Sorry, the Lake Fire in California, Lockette Fire in Arizona, the Silver King Fire into Utah, and the smoke from all of these is getting pushed mainly into California. Notice on Saturday, that's where it's going to be the worst. And if you've ever been in the West when there's been fires like this and everything's just you've experienced it on the East Coast too, but we really experienced it a lot here. Look at Los Angeles. It's going to be thick, and you will know it as you go outside. It's going to be pretty rough. The air quality, look at this. We were talking about, this is just today, Sacramento, Salt Lake City. It is unhealthy for sensitive groups, and I think we'll see it get worse as we go through the weekend. What else also could get worse are the fires, because there is the chance for a few thunderstorms here and there. And according to FEMA, each year lightning is the cause of an estimated 17,400 fires. Remember, it's 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and that certainly could spark a fire if you just get it on some dry grounds, and it could go off real quick. So that's why there is that elevated fire risk. And boy, oh boy, heat advisories. It'd be easier to show us where there aren't heat advisories, right? And it's been so hot into Las Vegas. We have had record-setting heat here with the number of days in a row that we've seen 115 degrees, 6 to be exact, and that is a record. And that's for all year. Look at the other ones. August, June, July. So it's pretty shocking that we haven't had 6 days with 115 degree heat. I know it's supposed to be hot in Vegas. Not this hot. And look at our numbers that we're leading into. Today, we could add a 7th to it, but obviously it's not really going to cool off. I know this show's blue, but it's not really going to cool off here because we're still going to be well above 100. And notice that some of these temperatures are so hot we could tie or break records as we go not only through today, but into the weekend too. So more of the same. This is the actual temperature, not the heat index. It's a dry heat out here, but it is still really, really rough. So if you're headed to any baseball games, make sure that you stay cool. Reynolds.
Okay,
so the moisture as we head into the weekend is going to be closer to the East Coast. That's where we could see 3 to 5 inches of flooding rain, as we do have that potential through tomorrow morning from South Carolina all the way up to Massachusetts. There is still some issues at the airports here into Philadelphia. LaGuardia is actually better. They have lifted their ground stop program there, but a lot of flights coming into the Northeast here and navigating around these few showers and storms that will get more abundant as we head through the day and into tomorrow as well. Notice Richmond, Virginia, you are under a flash flood warning. That means that flash flooding is imminent or it's occurring. So keep that in mind. Also, convection down into North Carolina. This flash flood warning we've been watching for a while. It does look like it'll expire here in the next half hour, so that will be good. The bad news is there's more rain on the way on what now is already saturated grounds. The silver lining is this area is really dry around the Morehead City area. in this vicinity, you know, our rainfall totals are 4 to 7 inches below average for the year. So that's the silver lining. We're going to get the rain. The bad part is too much too soon is going to cause flooding. Not only is there a surface feature that's giving us that lift, we also have this that's swirling around. That also produces lift, and that's going to impact our weather here along the East Coast. And our high pressure is pushing all this juicy air, look at this river of moisture going from basically East Coast of Florida, but really slamming us South Carolina up into portions of Massachusetts. That stays around Saturday. As we head into our Sunday, you'll start to see it pull eastbound. Sunday conditions will improve. So what you have, you're going to get more of here, and it's not going to stop. At least today into tomorrow. You might get a break here or there, but it stays very soggy for us here. Notice as we head into our Sunday, improving conditions along the East Coast. But through tomorrow morning, you still could see some of those rainfalls, you know, causing flooding. So this is what I want to focus on. Look at how dry it is. And there is that really dry area north of South Carolina border, but that rain's going to fall right onto it. So, you know, the last time we had it this bad in the Carolinas there was back in 2012, Felicia. So it hasn't been this dry in quite a while.
Yeah, I know a lot of people really wanting some of that rain, just none of the issues. You know, Steph mentioned her experience at sleepaway camp. I remember summer cheerleading camp. We'd be out in the Central Florida heat of the day, running, sweating. Now, you know, nowadays we might pick a different time of day to do that. Tom, what have you been noticing over the years with the heat and maybe some of the changes that we've had to make?
Yeah, I mean, essentially,
it's a wild world for those of us that remember those days when those didn't exist. We only have about 30 seconds left. What would you say is the biggest mistake made in the heat?
I think a lot of times we're not
Take care of yourself as well. Tom, we appreciate you. Take care of yourself in all of this heat. We appreciate it. All right, Reynolds, let's walk our dogs, which can be, you know, the dogs in this heat too. They feel it.
Oh, they sure do. You know, every dog